Hello. Well, actually yesterday, we got a new announcement about the roadmap that we've all been waiting for. One that we didn't expect. It was actually not the roadmap. It's more of like what some people are referring to as the roadmap of a roadmap. So here's the announcement. They said, "Hi all. We know you're all eager for the next studio update, and want to let you know that we're working hard on it. We're going to share a look of our 2023 plans for Gw2 in just a few weeks, and we have plenty for you to look forward in the meantime." Friday, January 27, we'll share an outline of quality of life changes coming to World on January 31. Oh, yeah. February 3rd, we'll have a preview of the next Gw2 balance update. Keep an eye on this channel for all the news. For now, there's a little peek at the studio update we're working on. And here's a little meme of the roadmap that eventually is gonna come out. Now, some people tried out and there it goes. They tried out and up the brightness on it so you could see the letters, but it says there's nothing here. Do you really think we will leave this part visible? Secrets, there's nothing here, stop looking. But here it says, but this part is real. Owners off, and it says the owners off. Now, there's some people speculating about what this means, blah blah blah, and some people mad that we don't have a roadmap right now. Now, I would really like that we would have gotten the roadmap by now, but I guess for some reason this is impossible. Now, the question that I have mostly is, why do we not have the roadmap now? Now, a lot of people have said that usually the Q1, the quarter one roadmap comes in March, because that's how they have always done it during the previous years. Now, I'm pretty sure last year, I don't know if it was Q1 roadmap or it's like pre-expansion roadmap, but we got a few announcements and a little bit of a thing to wait for during January, I remember, because we had like the announcements, the expansion, everything, right? But regardless of that, it seems like every other time Q1 happened at March. Now, this is kind of weird for some people because the quarter one of the year is usually almost by the end at Q1, but it is usually how it happens. Now, to be fair, I think even if there's like a tradition of putting the Q1 roadmap at the start of the year, in March, I think it's kind of weird. I would prefer it a little bit earlier, because at the end of the day, the quarter one starts in January, so why not? But I guess that's the tradition. Now, here's what really makes me think weirdly about this, is that they're essentially giving a few things that would be inside of a roadmap, outside of the roadmap. So essentially they're saying, hey, we're going to get in January 27, we're going to share what is going to change on January 31st, and in February 3, we're going to talk about the balance update that's going to happen. Now, these are all two things that would be in a roadmap, right? In a roadmap that, let's say, they would have released on January, it probably would say January 27th, 31st, quality of life changes for World. And February 3, balance update preview, and then the balance update, I don't know when. So it makes me think, why would they do this? And regardless of predictions of what is going to be in the roadmap, I think that's the biggest thing to think about, because a roadmap is not really that hard to do, right? I mean, other than deciding what the roadmap is going to entail, writing it down is not hard. So what does it tell me this? That they were like, because people were very anxious about not having the roadmap. So what does that tell me? What does that make me think? It makes me think that there's something in the roadmap that is kind of important that they can't really, for some reason or another, say to us, and that's why they're like, okay, guys, I know we want to put the roadmap out, but we can't because of X reason that we don't know of. So it's okay, guys, just chill. We'll reveal you that we're gonna do these other things in the meantime, so you're okay until we have the roadmap ready, right? That's what it tells me. Now, what could this be? It could be that they don't have the story season, the new level war season 6 ready, and they're like, okay, we don't know where to put it. It could be ready for late, like mid-March, or it could be late March. So if we put the roadmap now and it gets delayed, everyone's gonna be mad. Maybe that's the reason. It could be. Maybe they have like this big announcement they want to do that that makes it so they're unable to like tell everyone until they have everything ready for that. I mean, this is a bit of copium, but maybe there's have a cinematic for Living World Season 6 or whatever they have, because I mean, Iceberg Saga had a mini cinematic, right? And they haven't ready, so they can't really announce the roadmap with the Living World Season and not the trailer. So it's like there's like probably a few things that could happen. Some people are saying that they don't have enough content for the roadmap to be done. So essentially they don't have anything to release on the roadmap, so they're like scrambling to put something together. That sounds a bit weird, because if that was the case, they could have just released the roadmap earlier and with no problem. I don't think like they could just make something up and whatever, right? I doubt that is the case, especially also because of the fact that Internet at least have been doing pretty well with the roadmaps and the content and everything. So in my opinion, it's probably there's something that they're kind of delayed on, and they kind of don't want to tell us until they're sure there's going to release on that time. But that's just my thoughts. You can comment if you think I'm high on Kobe or not, but that's what I think. And the second one, second cool important thing is it says owners of. Now, it could be just a meme. It could be just owners of or owners of Guild Wars 2, for, I don't know why, I guess, but what I do think, and I wrote this, I would have to search for this Reddit comment, well, I can just tell you guys what it was. People were speculating about owners of, and everyone was saying, it's owners of Guild Wars 2, right? And owners of Guild Wars 2, End of Dragons, right? But what would that mean, right? And I think one person said, I don't remember who it was, on Reddit, they said that it could be that the new story episode of whatever is going to be free for owners of End of Dragons, of Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons, which would make a lot of sense, considering that they have been talking a lot about the next story step of Guild Wars 2, not really calling it Living World Season, which is what they usually would refer to. So why are they saying this? Probably because they kind of want to move out of that. And a lot of people don't like the fact that you have to pay for the Living World Season stories. So maybe this is a good way of letting them, not for them to not have that happening to them. They don't have to pay. They just have the expansion. They can just play it right now, right? Yeah. I guess it would be owners of Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. Speaking of which, yeah, that it's probably something like that. Owners of Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. Speaking of which, they will be, having the story episode for free. That's probably what I would guess. I don't know what else it could be. If you guys have any other, insane ideas, you can post it here. I talked to Chad today, thinking of spitballing like ideas about what it could be, but it seems to be like it could probably be I feel like it's the only thing, right, that it could be. Yeah, it's probably like it'll be free for owners of Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. But that's what I think. That's what most people think too. And I guess the other thing that we can talk about the roadmap is that what is this roadmap gonna entail, right? We already know that it has gonna have some quality of life World vs. World changes. Now I don't know what that is. If I were to expect anything about, I guess the queue system could be better, that's for sure. Other than that, probably currencies being a little bit easier to manage. Maybe some currencies that are kind of deleted, that are not, deleted, that they're not useful at all, like emblems of Avengers. They could like be deleted, or maybe they have like a thing to use them for, something like that. There's probably some things that they could do as a quality of life changes. I would actually like a lot of reward systems kind of getting overhauled, but I guess that would be that would fit in reward changes more than quality of life. But I'm sure there's going to be some sort of overlap between both of them, right? Other than that, I'm not really a World vs. World player, so I wouldn't really be able to say. And then balance patch update, that's going to be, probably PvE and maybe a little PvP. I guess World vs. World. I don't know. The game seems to be pretty balanced right now. There's obviously some problems, right? So maybe it's too strong, whatever. But overall, we're pretty good. So I guess they're just gonna try and make some of the classes that are not doing too well, like maybe even the Reaper and Drown Hunter, still they're a bit better. They probably buff them a little bit more. Who knows? And what else could they be in the roadmap? I probably would say that the X11 is going to be a big important thing, because they said they were going to move to the X11 soonish. They're going to... Oh, meme me. It's okay though. Whatever. I was playing GeForce Now. Yeah, that's probably They're probably gonna move everyone to DX11. Maybe we're gonna get some, hopefully FPS boosts or something. Maybe the game will look better. Who knows? Maybe we could have some fractal changes. Probably not for this quarter. They're probably gonna focus on getting us. They're probably gonna focus on getting us the content, because we haven't gotten really a lot of content for like new, not that is nothing that is not Limbo Season 1 in the game, so post EOD content. So probably gonna try and fit that in, and maybe then move to overhauling some of the things in the game. But that's what I would think. And what else could it be in the roadmap? I think that's probably good enough, right? A balance update, World Quality of Life, DX11. Probably, what I would think, Swan variant, because, there's some leaks about that, saying that they're probably gonna come out. I would probably expect it to come before the Living War Season story, the new episode, the new content, before, so we have like something to do in the meantime, probably as the Swarm variants. Then, of course, the next episode with content, probably the new episode with content will probably have some a strike at least, and who knows really, because they seem to want to change from Living World Seasons into something else. They tried with the Iceberg Saga, so they're probably gonna do something else. I don't know what this will be and how it will work, but I do hope that it works well and it happens fast, because people are desperate for some content. So we'll see, I guess, what happens. And I guess and there's another news that I saw today. Apparently, starting next Tuesday, you'll be able to pilot your Jadebot beyond Cantha. We're adding Jadebot terminals to Lion's Arch and 5 racial capital cities in January 31st Guild Wars 2 game update. Now, why is that? That's actually a good question. I really haven't think about it too much, but I think it could be that maybe there's some sort of tying up with the new story seasons or whatever, the new content with the capital cities or something, or with the Jadebots, because it's EOD content and maybe they want to have it there, or maybe the Jadebots are gonna take a big role in the new content and they want to have that everywhere, so people can use it. Or also it could be that they just want to have them there, so people that are playing the normal version of the game, they see, oh, Jadebots, what is that? That's in EOD. Maybe I should buy that expansion. Yeah? Who knows? So a lot of, honestly, most people were very bad. They were pretty mad about the fact that, we're not getting the roadmap until a few weeks more. But I'm actually kind of more optimistic now that I've seen everything, right? I think there's probably something gonna happen, something interesting gonna happen, even though we have to wait a little bit. I would have rathered, of course, that it would have happened way earlier, but you can't win every one of them, right? And I do think, as a mini prediction, I would say that probably the roadmap is going to come in. If I were to guess, I don't think it's going to be the first week of January, because they said in a few weeks, and that will be next week. So it's probably going to be on the week of the 7th, second week of February, or third week of February. At the latest, I would say the fourth one, but damn, that would be pretty late. Okay. And that will be like almost a month, considering everything. So, pretty interesting stuff. I hope everything goes well, and I hope we get all this content very fast. And it's great content, and ANET can, everyone's happy. That's what I want. So, subscribe, follow Twitch for beautiful meta trains. Check the tier list that I did about every meta in the game and all the content I have, guides and shorts. And see you guys around. Bye.